Hey everybody, how are you? Hope you're having a good evening. So I just finished up doing a react to Chantal to the 4+ hour live that she just did. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And I was finished up with that and I went on Twitter and someone that follows me said, "Hey, you should check out Sunburst Tarot's newest reading on Foodie because it is a doozy." And I'm like, "Oh, really?" So I just got through watching Sunburst Tarot's reading, and the person on Twitter who told me that did not lie at all. It is a doozy. It was absolutely jaw dropping. I mean, just even with all the things that I knew about Chantal, my jaw just kept hitting the floor the entire time, all through the reading. There were just so many things. So Sunburst Tarot did a reading on Foodie, but got more into the feeder side of her content, like stuff she's doing off of YouTube. Like, how deep does that taint actually run? Like, how dark are things? And the reading that Sunburst Tarot did, that it's very, very dark. There's so many things. And like I said, my jaw just kept hitting the floor like, oh my God. So I wanted to react to Sunburst Tarot's reading and give my thoughts along with it. But I mean, I'm glad that some readers are starting to cover more of the feeder side of things, because that's kind of an unknown. We know that Chantal's doing the feeder content on YouTube, but I'm sure for everything that we see on YouTube, there's a lot more going on behind the scenes. And since Chantal has devoted herself to making the feeders happy, like, what's really going on there? Like how dark is this stuff? Like, how deep is the rabbit hole? Well, it is very, very deep. And you guys are going to see for yourselves just how dark and deep that rabbit hole really, really goes. So how about I just shut up talking and let's get into it. And I'm going to leave a link for Sunburst Tarot's original video down below in the description. So for those of you that don't know about her channel, if you want to check out her channel about all of her readings, you can do so. You can sub up to her. You can give her a like. You can leave a comment on her video. And I hope you enjoy this react. So I got it all pulled up and ready to go. So y'all get ready, because trust me, this one is a doozy. Strap in, because you're in for one heck of a ride. Let's do this.
The such. So with that, that's what we're looking into. If y'all are interested, feel free to stick around. Otherwise, disclaimer, remember everything I'm saying is all alleged, entertainment purposes only, no facts, my opinion, psychic downloads, yada, yada, yada. So with that all, let's get into how is Chantal, what are ways Chantal is making money outside of YouTube? How is she making money outside of YouTube? What are ways that she's making money outside? The star, being the star of the show. Loo la la. I'm making money. I'm being the star of people's worlds. Why? By getting out of my comfort zone. Miss Chantal, what are you doing outside of YouTube? You are a star in some way there. You're getting out of your comfort zone. So it's like you're not comfortable with what you're doing. From a financial influence, so this is the only way that you are making money. The Fool card reversed, like, yeah, I'm being foolish, I'm being naive. Hopes and fears here, the Justice card, upright. Legal systems, problems with the law.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so you're making this extra income from people, but there is a Chantal, what money are you making, and why does it feel like the government is wanting to come and get their cut of the money that you're making?
See, now that part's a bit puzzling for me. I know that she owes taxes back in Canada. I don't know if she's paid any of them, if she's paid a portion of them, if she's not paid them at all. So I don't know if that pertains to the Canadian government wanting the back taxes, or since she's in Kuwait, she's supposed to be on a tourist visa. And I don't know how it works, her being on YouTube, if that would be considered income, but she's on a tourist visa and she's not supposed to be making money there. But the whole YouTube thing is kind of a gray area. So I don't know if that's the Kuwaiti government. Is it the Canadian government? Is it a little bit of both? I don't know. But she is making a point to be in Kuwait, and she's living there. Okay, let's just call for what it is. She's not a tourist. She's being sneaky about being a tourist and being over there and living there and using her time in Kuwait to make money. So I don't know if that's been found out.
Also, who ratted on you? Is someone ratting on you to be able to have to pay your taxes, and is that a way that they're trying to get you out of Kuwait? Because the unseen obstacle here, this is to your detriment. The devil card, my dear. You are gonna. This is leading you down a path of addictions.
She doesn't really need to be led down the path. She's been on that path for years. She's got so many addictions and none of them are in recovery. But I would agree with her going further down the path of addiction. I don't know how much further she could go. I mean, she's pretty extreme. She's pretty like far down the path. I don't know how much further she can push it, but maybe continuing on the path of addiction.
Of feeding into that negativity. However, the unseen obstacle here is the emperor. So this could be Salah, who's like, you got to pay me money, and this is how I maintain my control. But it does feel like you have a major whale or someone here who's paying a lot of money to keep you in this business or keep you doing this business in some way.
I wonder if it's Anime Sucks, because Anime Sucks is a chatter in her chat that he's been getting more and more bold about showing himself and saying things, and he even gave her $300 in her chat. So as I said in my react, if this guy he's a feeder, you can go on his profile on YouTube, his YouTube channel, and it says right there like what he likes. So if he's a major feeder and he's tossing her $300 for her to eat a meal on YouTube, imagine what he's paying her off camera. And if it's not him, maybe it's somebody else. But obviously, somebody is giving her major money to keep doing what she's doing.
Again, I don't see you wanting to do this because what's going for you? It's almost like you found a new market, a new thing, more people. I'm also thinking when I see this card, I'm automatically thinking stock market. It's like you found yourself and you have new people who are kind of paying you big bucks and elevating your stock and what's going on. From the past, the Tower card reverse or the Tower card upright. Giant catastrophic event. Foodie, I have a quick question. I don't know if she'll watch this. But did your feeder content go poof in your face? So you had to switch the type of content that you're now making for these people? Because I don't know what happened, but it feels like either someone was found out, or someone's personal information got leaked, or I'll pull some clarifiers on this, but something blew up in your face real bad, and I don't think this. Again, we're looking specifically at stuff outside of YouTube. This isn't something that outside of YouTube that blew up in your face and now you're doing something else. Because here in the future, the magician, lies, deceit, deception. We are with the magician reverse. We are taking things in a new direction. We are deflecting. Ooh, foodie. Let me grab out my clarifiers here. Old man.
Maybe like she's been on YouTube for 8 years. And I've always felt that Chantal, like she has feeder clients that come and go. Some of them stay for a long time, some of them stay just for a short while, but like they're interchangeable. They come and go. Uh, Even if you have someone that they're really interested in you and whatever it is you're doing, at some point they're going to get bored and they're going to want something new. And if you're not being creative enough or innovative enough, that's going to prompt them to go away faster. And Chantal is not someone that she thinks about that. She's not going to make sure that she stays interesting and things stay interesting. And the content that she can do is varied and it can go into a million different directions. Just doing the same thing over and over and over again. Like, how much content can you give somebody before they say, I've seen everything you can do? Like, it's the same thing over and over before they get bored and go elsewhere.
Magic deck. So let's get. I want some clarifiers on this tower card. What is going on with this tower card here? Another one. Okay. What can we get to explain this tower card? So we have law enforcement and bad deal with the
Oh,
tower. What?
yeah, this
Okay.
is the part that I'm like, oh, shoot.
So whatever type of content you're doing, whatever type of content she's doing, uh she had to stop doing something because someone was coming after her legally for the content that she was doing to make money outside of YouTube. Maybe this was she was selling substances on the side. I'm still getting this is some sort of like fetish type of content that she was doing. She got caught doing, so she had to get out of Dodge quickly and she had to switch things up. Also, with this bad deal here, she trusted the wrong person. So like there's a lot of watchful eyes on her that I think are trying to catch her at something. I don't know if she's gotten in trouble with certain entities or certain groups. This could be Kuwait authorities. I'm hearing yes. But this could also just be there's a lot of stuff going on. So I'm going to grab out true crime and conspiracy here, or true crime oracle, and I want to take a look at can we get more information on the type of content that she's currently doing. And then we're also going to go back and look at what was the content that she was previously doing as well, because there's two different types of content that she was doing. And there's been a flip on how she's making the majority of her money outside of YouTube. So let's take a look here. And just a reminder, remember everything I'm saying is all alleged. We are going through speculation. There has not been any like confirmations or evidence, but all right. What was the type of content that she was doing before this? Yeah, let's take a look at the type of content that she was doing before this flip, essentially. So, revenge type of content.
Whoa.
Revenge content. Why was this? Because of something being alive. Medical revenge. Oh, heck. Financial influences here. The female. Unseen ops. Or the, yeah. Hopes and fears here. Fraud. Unseen crime of passion. Healing. Lies is reversed. Past and wooded area in the future. So when I'm looking at the type of content that she was doing here in the past, this is revenge content. So I don't know what videos, I don't know what pictures, I don't know what she was sending out or that she had on her files that she was sending out for other people. What I'm getting here is how she was making money before was taking pictures, or I almost think leveraging evidence or content for people to pay her. Uh, Maybe she made content for people and then she kind of strong armed people, like blackmailed essentially, people to pay her to keep quiet about things. That's what I'm seeing.
That's Foodie. She would do something like that. Yes, she would. Like, there's been so many people that have come and gone around Chantal, and you have to wonder why they all keep quiet. Like, we know very well about her and He Who Shall Not Be Named. Like, they keep text messages and everything going all the way back, and they hold it in their back pocket just in case somebody gets the idea that they want to talk. Well, holding on to things is to make sure it's a way to make sure they don't talk. Like that's how she maintains control. She is a control freak.
It's like revenge with like alive. It's like, okay, I'm gonna keep my petty streak going. Why is this? Because it's like more feminine in nature. I wonder if maybe Salah was paying for some things that, and Foodie wasn't paying for everything. I think Salah might have had to pay for some things to keep shit quiet. Because down here as well, with the hopes and fears here is fraud. Again, this giving me big blackmail energy. Unseen obstacles though here was the crime. She was doing this completely. She wasn't being very strategic about it. Whatever this old content that she was doing, she was being very. She wasn't strategic. It was all very emotional, because she could not heal from old things, old wounds, old things. Looking over here with what was going for her, it's like she cut off everything. It's like she's the one that made it. How do I want to put this? She was the one that kind of stopped it, because it's like she almost went too far, and it's like because she went too far, she couldn't leverage it anymore. Here in the past, lies, deceit, deception, reverse. Or it's like there was a lot of lies. She also with all the, like, I see these as like coins, even though it is just like dice and numbers and things. It's like she held all the cards. She held all the numbers to make things work. Here for the future, though, future events with the wooded area, it is giving me the sense that this is lost. We can't go back to this. We are lost. It's hidden very, very deep out there. You aren't going to be able to find it unless you're going spelunking yourself to find this type of content. So that's what I'm kind of seeing here for the old stuff of like, what was the old type of content she was doing? She was blackmailing people for her silence. So she had to, because of, I think she strong-armed the wrong person and they called her bluff. She's not able to do that anymore. Or she's just not able to hold things over someone's head anymore. So let's take a look at what is the new content that she's doing to keep the money flowing in her direction. Because this I'm very curious about. She's become the star of something. This, remember, everything is being outside of YouTube. So what is the current thing that she's doing now outside of YouTube? What is the current thing she's doing outside of YouTube to make money? Cover up. Okay, so we're covering things up. We're hiding behind a mask. Okay.
Now, this part of the reading was really interesting because Neo Tarot did a reading where she's picked up more than a few times that Chantal was doing some, perhaps sexy, erotic, sensual content. And she mentioned wearing a wig and disguising herself. Isn't it interesting that Neo Tarot picked up that energy, and Sunburst Tarot is kind of picking up that energy too, that Chantal might be somewhere doing something where she is trying to disguise herself, maybe as a way to make sure that Girl World doesn't find out about it.
We're hiding behind a mask. Is she doing content and wearing a mask? People can't really recognize who she is. Why is this? Because of mind control. She wants people to think, oh gosh, from financial influence here. I just want to run away from my problems. I want to run away from the old things that I was doing. Hopes and fears here. I need to keep this hidden. I need to keep this hidden. Is Chantal making like tapes in a pleasurable way for people? And
I believe she is. I believe that Chantal would do anything for money. If she can find some new way to make money, if she could find some new fetish, which doesn't require a whole lot of work or preparation, she'd go for it. Who knows? She might be researching out all the fetishes that she could do and trying to see what communities are out there that would pay her for content. So I believe that Chantal might be doing stuff in private and wearing wigs or disguising herself in some way as a way to make sure that YouTube doesn't find out, that Girl World doesn't find out. Because if Girl World finds out, well, we'll just broadcast it everywhere, won't we?
She's like hiding her face or like masking herself in some way because she's what she's doing is she's running away from these old issues of cover up and blackmail, it seems like, and she's going into a different verse outside of YouTube where hopefully people aren't going to know who she is. So she can, I don't know if she's trying to make more, if she's trying to like get into like a brand new community. I'm hearing yes. And like with that brand new community, is it she's trying to make sure that the old people that she used to work with outside of YouTube don't come follow her over here.
She's afraid of Girl World. Hey, Girl World, we are the boogeyman for Chantal. She she's afraid of us. She's afraid of Girl World finding out.
Okay, yes. Because what's going against her though? The meetings.
Oh,
There is a crossover in whatever content that she was doing before. There's a crossover into the new content that she's doing now. And it's like there seems to be a meeting that is occurring. People are just gathering, getting together, and people are going to find out about Chantal in like these other communities, even though she's trying to hide her image, run away from her problems, stay hidden underground, but still make her money. Again, what's going on? The wooded area. She didn't go far enough in or far enough away. Uh, how I would say this is, you know how when some people they go into hiding and then like 7, 15, 20 years later they're found in like a remote island somewhere, like that's what it kind of feels like for here, except Foodie was so lazy that she didn't go to like a remote island somewhere. She just went to like the next state over or the next like county over to hide herself. So it's like there wasn't enough separation between the two, and there's people who are talking. What's going for her though? Faked death.
hmm.
She's really trying to run from this last type of stuff that she was doing. I don't know what she did, other than I think take some money from people that she shouldn't have taken, or threatened to people that she shouldn't have threatened. And she's really trying to just get off the radar of everyone else. She took a lot of money. I'm not sure how much, but here, yeah, the past, I have a lot of regrets about what I did. So now I'm running away from those issues. And here in the future, inside, she is hiding out. So
Remember what I told y'all? Like, I just kept having the feeling like all of the eating that's been going on lately. Do I think that that is being prompted by the feeders? Yes. But Chantal is an emotional eater, and she always amps up the eating when something is wrong. Like she is just she's trying to put off this picture of a fake smile, like, I'm fine, I'm fine. But she's hiding a lot. For every one thing that we know about her in Girl World, there's probably 200 more that we don't know and we will never know. And it gives her a sense of uh, comfort knowing that we can't find everything out. But looks like she's been a very, very bad girl. And she's been blackmailing people, allegedly, and taking money from people she shouldn't have taken money from. And that's why she's hiding.
so much. Whatever.
I mean, look at all these cards. You got hidden, you got cover up, fake death, control, regret. Not exactly a happy life, Chantal. But you know what? The more you try to cover things up, the more they are seen.
Community that she was a part of. I don't know what it was before this. If I don't know, we can look if it was something on Telegram, we can look if it was something different.
Yeah, what about Telegram? It got exposed that she was on Telegram. And if you guys remember, she was using some fake phony pictures, one of which was of a adult film star. So I'm wondering if she was pulling those pictures off the internet and putting them on her Telegram and talking to guys on Telegram and acting as if she were that female. Maybe they were paying her for content or doing sexting or something. and they never knew who exactly they were talking to.
But whatever, she's running from that major issue, and law got involved. There's money involved.
Oh,
Like, she really screwed up. Priest under religion here is just some. Let's get some clarifiers for this. Unholy officiant. What can we get? Let's just get some clarity on this, or some more clarifiers. Targeted plot. Yeah, I wanted to. She. What the heck? What is she doing right now? This is
sounds like she's been ripping too many people off, and some of them has come back to bite her in the butt. She's been probably under the assumption of, I can get away with stealing from people, I can get away with taking from people, and some people are just not going to take it lying down. I don't care if they are a Foodie. You take from them, and they're going to come after you.
It's just wild to me. Bad omens. It's like, yeah, you got bad feelings. What else? Hidden. Double check the info. Getting ready for a long trip. I'm very curious about this. Soured relations. Gosh, that's the second. That's weird. That's super weird. Then we have destroy stuff from the past and a bad deal here in the. Okay. This is super, super weird. Does she have some sort of like. Does she have like an asphyxiation kink or something along those lines? Because this is coming up twice. And I mean twice. Uh, in the same spot. Two different cards. Okay, so with Strangle, what is Strangle trying to tell me? I'm gonna grab that out. I'm gonna grab the, because there's something there's an energy here that's going for her when it comes to Strangle. I mean, this could just be her struggling to breathe, and maybe that's just like someone's kink that they're really, really into. But I am really curious what this is kind of all about. I'm gonna put those to the side. I'm gonna grab my Tarot of the Vampires deck here. What is this all about? What's being strangled here? What is this all about? I'm on focus, please. Also, my camera's kind of struggling to focus a little bit. So this is something that is really, really hidden, and I'm not sure why. Let's take a look. What is this? Being in the energy that's kind of going for her. What is this all about? What is this all about, Miss Foodie? Okay. This is all about healing something. Ten of Swords reversed. But we're healing. We're trying to move on from things. We've hit rock bottom. Why? Because of medical issues. I mean, and it's like we're healing from medical issues that we have not put ourselves into. You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna read all these cards upright for this one. If there's a reverse,
And I've seen medical issues for Chantal. Neo Tarot has seen medical issues for Chantal, and now Sunburst Tarot. Isn't that something? None of us ladies talk to each other on the personal, and yet why are we picking this up? Like, her medical issues are just getting progressively worse.
reversal. I'm not going to take it for this. So yeah, heartbreak, betrayal. Why? Because of medical issues. This could legitimately just be her breathing. That she's just struggling so much to breathe, and people really, really like that. Because from a financial influence here, I've worked really, really hard towards.
As far as the feeder fetish, there are so many different branches of the feeder fetish, y'all. And one branch of the feeder fetish are the immobilizers. And immobilizers, they like to see those who are the feedies, which is what Foodie is. They like to see them having trouble doing the simplest of things, whether it's walking up a set of stairs or walking across a room. You're the heavy breathing. They like that. So if she has immobilizer feeder clients, the heavy breathing would make them extremely happy.
It's this goal. I've worked really, really hard towards not being good. This is probably a mobility. This is probably her legitimately. What's going for me is I'm reaching those immobility goals that people are paying for me to get to.
Yeah, so maybe in Foodie's mind, she's thinking, well, I am like the ultimate, feeder content queen. Like I can satisfy all these different fetishes from all these different types of feeder people. Like I've got all these things going on, and I have ruined my health enough to where if they want to see heavy breathing, I can give them the heavy breathing. If they want this, like I can give them that. Like almost being proud that she's ruined her health.
Because hopes and fears here to a swords. Like I've made my decision. I'm not going back. Unseen obstacles. This is stuff from the past. Uh, she's been doing this for a while.
Can I just say something about that spread, please? Like, I don't know. I'm just picking up something from these 5 cards. So the card in the middle is of a man with spears going into their chest. Like that is all the pain that she's dealing with right now physically, and that she allows to happen. Like she is hurting herself. She's doing self-harm content. The top card on the right is, I feel like that represents her stubbornness. Like, because the man is crouched down, like almost in a corner, almost in a protective stance, holding on to swords, like crossed over the shoulders. It's almost like a stubborn, you can't make me protective stance. And then of course you got the card on the bottom left, like the medical issues, the feeling sick, the feeling unwell. Like these are the different aspects of Chantal. And it's all stemmed from the middle card, I feel.
It's almost like she has. Because what else? Yeah. Unseen or opposing energies here, Page of Swords. Someone I think does want to come up and speak up about what's actually going on. However, this is she's in deep, deep love with whoever this person is. It's brought me a lot of money here in the past and in the future. Yeah, I'll just maintain the balance between whatever the heck this is. This is the and when I see the Temperance card, it gives me, you know how you can have the homogeneous mixtures and the heterogeneous mixtures. Uh, where I think it's homogeneous mixtures, like you can still keep them separate. Heterogeneous, everything mixes together, and like if you put it like a chemical reaction. So if you mix the two things together in a chemical reaction, you can't undo that reaction. You can't go and take the two. So say you want to make water. You have a hydrogen and an oxygen, like your hydrogen and your oxygen, and it's like you mix them together to make water. So like that's a however, if you like burn up the water, you can get a hydrogen and an oxygen atom. So you can always go back to what it was. Looking for Foodie here in the future, it's like she's going to be mixing stuff together and she can never separate the two ever again. She is now just who she is, and she cannot separate those whatever she's mixing together here in the future. It's all going to be the one same thing. What I'm also getting here is this is a big whale who has, I think, done this to her, and I think has kinks that has paid very good money to get her to, and like that's kind of who I think is more sustaining her at this point in time. As with this Two of Cups, it's like this is a loving bond. Like this is a cultivated bond between two people. I've worked really, really hard to get here. Yeah. This is a whale that's been really funding her lifestyle. So let's ask then really quick, why does it seem that she's so desperate? Why has she been putting up more mukbangs?
Yeah, like that. I'm wondering that too. I mean, if she's got a big money whale that's funding her lifestyle and is paying her well, like why is there an air of desperation and putting out more mukbangs? I mean, is this whale not giving her enough money? Does she need more? Is her food habit growing so rapidly that the whale can't cover it? Like, what is the big deal about putting out more mukbangs? Why is that even necessary if you have a whale?
Why have we been putting out more mukbangs than ever? Are we trying to get new people in? What's kind of going on here? Uh, what's going on with that? Are we trying to get new people in? Are we?
I think she is. I mean, because Foodie is greedy. Even if she has 10 whales that are giving her money, she's always going to look for more money. Even if she has more than enough, enough is not enough. She's going to want more, 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 more. And she's going to cast out a big net and do what she needs to do to get the attention of whatever feedies that are out there on YouTube. Like, she wants to catch them all. She treats them like Pokemon. Like, gotta catch them all. Let me keep tossing out my net, and maybe I might get another one and another one and another one and another one. She wants them all on her side. She doesn't want those feeder guys to go to any other person on YouTube or off and pay people for content. But let's get into why she's so money hungry these days.
And then why are we having so many issues? Like, are we having issues with retaining people from the past? So let's just take a look. What's with the new people? Why all are we trying to bring new people in or new mukbangs in? Why are we trying to do the Four of Pentacles? I'm trying to be greedy, selfish, and maintain the people that I have. Why is this? Because of the loving bond. Two of Cups upright. What I'm seeing, why is she doing more mukbangs? Because people are paying, like the people that she has. This is her maintaining the people around her. Yeah, because she's like, from a financial influence, I'm broke as a freaking joke.
And that's just crazy to me. If she's doing fetish content and she's got a client list, if she's got regular clients and she's even got a whale, she should be doing fine. How can you have clients like that and be broke at the same time unless you're overextending yourself, which I think she is? You know, because her food habit is not exactly a cheap one. But even with YouTube and the clients, even that's not enough to cover it. Like, her food addiction is just that much out of control.
Unseen obstacles here, or not unseen, hopes and fears here. This isn't. I'll burn myself out doing this. Unseen obstacles. I'm gonna lie through my teeth. So it does seem like if she does positive content or non-eating content, her feeders get extremely mad.
Of course they do. Because all they care about is seeing her stuff her face. They don't want to see treadmill time. They don't want to see exercise videos. They don't want to see healthy eating. They want to see what they want to see. And what they want to see is the fetish content. They don't care where it is. They don't care if it's on YouTube or off. They don't want anything resembling health intermingling in with the stuff that they're looking for. They want what they want, and they want how they want it. So whenever Foodie does, like, I'm going to get healthy, I'm going to watch my diet, notice there isn't big super chats coming in for that. But the moment she steps away from that and she goes back to the unhealthy eating and stuffing her face, suddenly the money pours in, like Anime Sucks did today. And that's the only time he gives money. Anime Sucks will not give money if she's doing healthy videos. He will not support her decision to get healthy. He's all about, I'm paying you to stuff your face, so do precisely that and nothing other than that.
In my opinion here. Why has she been doing more of them? Because they paid for her to do them.
Yep.
And she's not going to not post this. There's some sort of, I almost get like, you pay extra for the videos to go up on my public YouTube. Because right over here, the unseen obstacle or the opposing energy to all of this shit. I don't know if Chantal wants this content up on YouTube. I legitimately think people pay for her to put her mukbangs online on her public YouTube. I think they get off on her being shamed by her audience.
The interesting thing about that And I've said this before, I think Chantal has a degradation, humiliation fetish. I honestly do. I think that Chantal, like, I think she's got her kinks. Chantal's got a kinky side, and I keep getting the feeling like her kinks and fetishes are more of a darker nature, like more than what we suspect. But I feel like she's got a humiliation, degradation fetish. Like she really gets into it. And she likes it when people degrade her and humiliate her. And that might certainly explain some of the things that she's done on YouTube. Like there might be more of a reason of her making a fool of herself than just, hey, I want attention and I want money. It might actually be her kink.
In my opinion, because what's going for her in the situation, she is hiding out, hiding, walking on eggshells. Here in the past, going into my addictions with the devil reversed, and here in the future, the Six of Pentacles. She is heading towards a medical emergency. She is heading towards that direction. Six of Pentacles. This could be a contract, but since this is someone, I don't know, on a hospital bed, IV tubes, looking like they are pretty much on their way out to the next life. That's kind of what I'm seeing here for Miss Foodie, and that's kind of what I'm seeing of like, why has she been putting these out? She's being paid to do this. She's legitimately being paid to put this on YouTube. I don't know if she's okay. So why is what's been the so that's why things are out. So she's just getting paid. I want to take a look into why has she had so many issues, I think, retaining people. So let's take a look into why she had been having so many issues retaining clients for her content outside of YouTube. Because it does seem that she is broker than typical currently.
Yeah, you would think someone that doesn't have much money would not only do all they can to attract clients, but do everything they could to make them happy. And you would think with her being on YouTube for 8 years that she would have no trouble getting clients because, you know, her name is out there and such, though. What is wrong that she can't keep her clients?
So why has she had so many troubles with retaining clients? Why has she had so many issues retaining clients? King of Cups reversed. Her manipulative nature. Her manipulative nature, or there's someone here that is, I love that this is a person who's like the wine, and the wine is someone, so it could be that they went and they found
One moment. Okay, let's continue.
someone else who is less volatile, because there's also a manipulation aspect here. Let's look at the why, the Five of Cups. Yeah, we've moved on. We've moved on to the next person. We've left this behind. I don't know if they've gotten everything they wanted out of Chantal. I'm hearing no, but there's a part of it where Chantal is super hard to work with behind the scenes.
I can see that. I can see her being lazy, volatile, manipulative. Uh, I keep getting the feeling, y'all, that people in the past, maybe some long paying clients that perhaps gave Chantal a stipend, like a monthly stipend, to do certain kinds of content uh, during the week or during the month. She wasn't fulfilling her obligations. Like, say, if somebody paid her, I'm just going to make something up. Like, if some, like Bob in Wyoming gave her $500, and the agreement was that she would, say, make a certain amount of videos or do a certain amount of live sessions 2 or 3 times a week. Chantal would just take the money and not fulfill her obligations, and then therefore she would lose that client, or they would get turned off and eventually stop talking to her. So by being difficult as far as giving out the content, when you're difficult, there's more chance of whoever it is that's paying you, they're going to go seeking out other people who are not so difficult, that are easier to work with. Even if Chantal were the most pleasant person in the world and did great content, eventually you're going to arrive at a place where you've done everything you can do for somebody. You've exhausted every idea, and they're going to want some fresh blood. They're going to want to see a fresh face, kind of switch things up. So, like, that's why what she's doing is not sustainable. It's like, you're going to have to keep a constant turnover of new people, because even the people that pay you well, they're going to reach a point where they're like, I've gotten X amount of videos out of you. I've done X amount of lives. We've done everything that I could think of. So there's nowhere else to go with you.
And they found someone else. There's a new SS BBW, I think, that everyone really, really likes, and that people have kind of shied away with Chantal from. Yeah, because the financial influence here, the star. It's like we found a new star. We found someone new. She's also, I think, asking too much.
Oh, Foodie trying to be expensive over there. That's not working too well.
So with Chantal, what I'm also getting is she's upped her prices for her content. And
my question is why? She's lazy.
She's hard to work with. She does the content, sure, but she's also, I think she's switched things on them. She doesn't deliver everything that she has promised. I think there's also an aspect of, we've seen you do other types of content, and you know what? We really don't want to know that you've been doing that other type of content. She double dips in a couple different areas behind the scenes where I think there's some people who are really, really interested in maybe like the feeder content. Then there's some people who are really interested in more of the sexual type of content. And I think there's been some cross pollinating or crossing of things. And I think it almost feels like, oh, Chantal, hopes and fears here. The high priestess, you've been lying to us. She's been sending out the same content to the same people.
Boom. Yeah, that'll get you in trouble. If you are in the feeder community, and if you're supposed to be doing custom content means if it's a picture or video, you're making something specifically for one person and one person only, for their eyes only. You don't make one video and then send it out to many different people. That's a big no-no. That is a big, big, big no-no. It's one thing if you make a video and it's just like something you have and it's not custom. But it's another thing if it's supposed to be just for that one person. It's something very special and they're paying a bunch of money for it. And she's been ripping people off.
Where she said everything was customized to each individual, she's been sending out the same content to people. And they're mad that she did that. There was like, this is supposed to be a special video for me. You reused content. You reused content on us.
And yeah. I wonder how that got found out. If that's the case, I bet I know how. Because if there are, say, forums and such for the feeders, and if she is known, and it would track that she would be known because, she is Foodie Beauty. And Chantal, even though she's on YouTube, and if she goes on the feeder forums or any other feeder site, she can't help but talk about what she does on YouTube. So I would think that the way that she would get found out is, let's just say she had 5 clients that are on these feeder forums and they're all paying her for content. People on forums talk. They compare notes. And that might be a way that they're finding out that, wait, you got that same video? How is she dressed? Wait a minute, that's how she's dressed in my video too. That sort of thing. comparing notes on public forums.
Yeah, unseen obstacle here is the Page of Swords. You said one thing and you did another. You lied to us. Eight of Wands reversed as well. Yeah, now she's stuck. It's like, you made this bed, and it's all coming back to you. Again, I think she reused content, and people found out that she reused content, saying it was a special video just for you. In reality, she just made one video and then sent it to a bunch of people, and they paid money for it, and they're pissed because they paid for private content, not essentially public content. Ooh.
She might have taken one video that she made for one client and then sent it to everybody else. And they all paid her for custom content.
Ooh. What's going for this right now? It's coming to light. Six of Wands. We're going to be loud, proud. We're coming to light. We're going to showcase this out. Here in the past, yeah, this is bad dealings, my dear. You screwed us over. And here in the future, the Two of Wands, yeah, you're going to have to go and rethink things. You're going to have to go and rethink the direction that you want to go into. Chantal has become a liability. She has also become, this is all behind the scenes, mind you. She's gonna have to go rethink where she's going, because no one trusts her anymore, because you screwed us over on content. She screwed people over on content. So I want to take a look here. Lastly, let's look at what's kind of the future for Chantal and future behind the scenes content from YouTube. Like, again, let's take a look at what that future looks like for making money outside of YouTube, because she's burned all the bridges.
Well, the reason why she's burned all the bridges is because she keeps lying to people, scamming people, ripping people off, not fulfilling her obligations, not being truthful and honest. Yeah, that will burn bridges real quick. Wherever you go, whatever community you try to be a part of, if you rip people off and you scam people, you're going to get a reputation as such, and then nobody's going to want to deal with you.
She's caused a lot of issues for her feeders behind the scenes. Oh, Chantal, you made them mad. Okay, let's take a look here. It almost feels like she also broke some sort of like code. I don't know if she broke some sort of code within the feeder community. I don't fucking know. But it feels like she, yeah, broke a contract or an unspoken rule that's kind of put her on a shit list as well.
As far as the code or the unspoken rule, I would think that the unspoken rule is, if you're paid for content, you do the content. You don't rip people off. I mean, Amberlynn Reed recently got in trouble for that. That people got ripped off. They got lied to. They were supposed to be getting content. Only 5 people of the many that paid for Amber's content only received the content. And that's why there was a big uproar on Twitter, because some of those people got on Twitter. So I guess the big rule is, if you're part of the feeder community and if you're someone and you're being paid for content, if it's custom content, you better make sure you do it. Because if you're caught ripping people off, that's you're breaking the rule.
So let's take a look here. What's kind of the future for Chantal? Also, the Five of Wands I had seen at the bottom of the deck had really wanted to come out. Hey, focus. So this is fighting with other people. We might be seeing ragey Chantal coming back here soon. But Page of Pentacles, she's done. She's going to have to go do something else. Behind the scenes YouTube, whatever she was doing, she's not going to be able to do it anymore. She broke a law or a rule. Why is this the Two of Pentacles? Because you were trying to balance everything, and you kind of just failed to balance the two sides. I have a financial influence. She's going to try and go out on a blaze of glory, or try and come up with something brand new to go and be like the best entertainer that there ever was. She's thinking she's got a lot of different options. Like, I can go over here, I can go over here. Yeah. However, there's too many people who kind of know about her now, and her name's made the rounds in all the fetish circles, it feels like, where everyone's talking about her. She she can't hide who she is or the type of content that she has anymore, because everyone knows the type of business practices that she has.
Yeah, like once you get that reputation for being a ripoff artist, word spreads pretty fast. Like it spread everywhere. It spread on different forums and different sites. And, you know, once you get that bad reputation of ripping people off and lying to people and being a thief, uh, people tell other people, and word can spread like wildfire.
Yeah, because the Seven of Swords reversed here, it's like you tried getting away with things, but you aren't going to be able to get away with it. Your strategy was horrendous. It's like you are not very good at being strategic. You are not good at hiding things. You're not good at getting away with things. You got caught. What's going for her too in this situation, the Ace of Wands, she's also just burnt out. I think she's kind of out of ideas, but also she's willing to go to the really dark, depraved stuff. I think she is, and she's willing to go there. Past events, the Page of Pentacles reversed. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. She's stuck.
So basically what you're saying is like she's seeking out different places, trying to find different things to do, different fetishes to fulfill. And she goes into a group, she goes into, say, a community, she makes herself known, she makes whatever money she can from that community, she rips people off. Once she gets busted and found out, then she just drifts into another community of another different fetish and lather, rinse, repeat until she runs out of ideas. But Chantal is seeking out darker, more depraved, possibly fetishes to fulfill. That doesn't surprise me at all.
She's not going anywhere. We have the Page of Pentacles. You did bad business dealings. Here in the future, the Emperor, the loss of control, or trying to control everything around her, and it just burning out. Uh, yeah, the Emperor reversed for her future. Someone's booting her out, I think, as well. She doesn't have control. There's an Emperor coming in, and I think telling her to get the heck out. She's having a lot of fighting with other people behind the scenes. Secrets arc going to be coming to light. The transformation that you is complete. Everything's kind of moving in a different direction. You're mixing the blood with the water. You're mixing oil and water. It shouldn't mix, but it is going to mix here, honey. It's like your two worlds are colliding. Her two worlds are colliding. Six of Pentacles. We're having medical emergencies coming up, and to pull it all together, the Queen of Pentacles. Your gluttonous ways are coming back to bite you in the ass. Whether you were a glutton for money, a glutton for food, a glutton for negative attention, it's all coming back, and it's like the two worlds are going to collide. Two worlds are coming to collide together. All right, that's what I'm seeing here from Miss Foodie Beauty. If you all enjoyed, feel free, like, comment, subscribe.
Great reading, Sunburst Tarot. Really enjoyed it. It was literally jaw-dropping. I mean, I've always known that Foodie has a dark side, but man, she's been a bad girl, has she not? Y'all, she's been... Told you, for everything we know about, there's more that we don't, and we probably never will, but what's in the dark will always come to the light, Foodie. You can only cover up things for so long. But I hope you guys enjoyed this tarot react. If you have, please like it, subscribe, and leave a comment. Don't forget, I'll leave a link for Sunburst Tarot's original video down below in the description. Y'all check out her channel, all of her content. Leave her a like, leave her sub up to her if you'd wish. And I will see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.